Hey y'all, come on in, come on in. Hey Mother Three, I'm gonna get started a couple of minutes early, but it's only 4:28, so it's not 5 yet. Justevonne gonna join us. I told her I'm about to start now, and she can just come on in at 5 or when she gets ready. In the meanwhile, let me share my live. Make sure y'all hit the like button and share this live, y'all. Don't forget to support the channel, memberships, uh, Apple Pay, PayPal, Zelle. All the information is going down to the bottom of the screen. Use Zelle, this email address, if you want to Zelle anything. And my PayPal is FoxyRoxy1966. And you have to email me also if you would like to do Apple Pay. Hey, Ocean. Ocean in the building. Happy Saturday. Let me share my own live. Hold on, y'all. Did y'all catch the exercises? Who caught the exercise? Live stream. I tried to do the video, but it wasn't getting no numbers, so I took it down. I'm not finna have no video up for no 5 hours with 30 views. That's just not gonna happen. Now I'll do it another time, maybe tomorrow. All right, I shared it. Let me make me a goal. Let me reach a goal. Maybe we can get some super chats. PayPal, Zelle would be great today. The chats, I love those. They really make a big difference. But if y'all want to gift me, and you can, I prefer the PayPal or the Apple Pay or the Zelle. Let me see. All right. Oh, hey, you logging in? Okay. Let me pin. Oh, I did pin. Did I pin? Yeah, I pinned it already. You just got to scroll upwards. Excuse me, y'all. Hope everybody's having a great weekend so far. Y'all like my picture of me and Justevonne? I cartooned it because I didn't have her permission. I didn't even ask her, so I just cartooned it. I got it off on her videos. Hope she don't mind. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Hit that like button. Share the live, y'all. Hey, trucker wife. What's going on? Happy Saturday. Yeah, she's signing in, y'all. Hey, Gerald. Blessings right back to you. Come on in, y'all. You said that was a go. Hold on. Say, hey, trucker wife. Say there was a go live you ladies did. Yes. Oh, okay, great live this day. I just got to listen. Oh, really? It was long. You listen. You must have been cleaning up or something. Hey, Marcy, my girl, Marcy in the building. Hey, happy Saturday. We're gonna talk about a few things. Whatever Justevonne want to share with us, she is welcome to come and share all the gems, the game, or whatever she just want to express. And then y'all ask questions as well. Please share this though, y'all, because some people don't be getting my live stream notification. And by the time they get it, it's like 35, 45 minutes later. Let me share it. Hey, Latoya. What's going on? You said nice pick. Oh, thank you. Oh, there she is. Hey.
Hey, hold on one second. I don't want it to.
So good to see y'all up in here on this Saturday afternoon. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for watching the content, for your support overall. If you need to renew your memberships, feel free to do that. I got 35 members. My goal is to have 100. The more members I have, the more things I can do once a
Okay,
month.
there we are.
Okay, she's ready.
Okay, sorry about that. I don't know. StreamYard is doing something. They're like, lady, you have not been on here. You better
Right.
tell
Hey,
us who you
Mo.
are.
What's
Okay,
going
there
on,
we
lady? So good to see you. You said you got the notification early as a separate. Okay, good. You didn't
go.
get the
Okay, perfect.
notification.
I couldn't. Let me make sure I'm
Let me put the
doing
all the stuff on the screen so you can see it as you go.
perfect. Hey, everybody. How everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. We are definitely going to try to make some really good progress today.
Yes,
Let's
I'm
move this
excited.
thing. So Rox, you tell me how you want the show to move forward, and then I will just fall in line accordingly.
Hey, do your thing. I'm here. I'm just here. I'm here to ask questions and listen to you, and then chop it up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Freestyle.
Okay, so we're gonna freestyle it, and what we'll do is, I guess, we'll just see if people have questions after I kind of break down some basic stuff for you guys to understand. And from my perspective, we are all on YouTube to try to make some money, right?
Okay.
And a lot of people get on YouTube and they kind of fall into a niche, or they don't have a clear direction about where they're going with their channel. And so I guess what I'm going to do today is try to help you decide how you should go about moving your channel forward from the what the advertisers are looking for,
Okay.
right? So yesterday, we were on live and we kind of talked about how, a lot of people get glamorized with subscribers, subscribers. And just to give you guys a little background, you guys know, you know, I've worked in marketing, advertising, and all that type of stuff. So I've kind of got a good idea what they're looking for, because I used to buy ads as well. So when you're talking about a channel, and I want to say this to give all of the people that are out there, even with just one subscriber, all the way up to whatever they have, if they don't understand the way we look at channels and analyze them. Once you have the ability to monetize on YouTube as a creator, that's your first key that you open up to making money on YouTube. If you're trying to transition from Google AdSense to maybe brand sponsorships, or, you know, project collaborations and things like that, what you have to look at is quit focusing on your subscribership, right? If we use an example of a channel that has, I'm going to give you the numbers that we look at to decide whether or not that channel is a channel that we would look at to even, decide if we would even want to offer them something, right? So the one thing we're looking at is we're looking at your community, right? If I have, and I'm going to use this number, and let me pull up my deck, and I'll send this to Rocks. And if you put it on your community, they'll be able to click the link and go pull it down if they want to. So that way they can kind of keep in mind what they should be looking at, right? So if a channel has between 2 to 5% of engagement, for us, depending on the size of that channel, and of course the demographics of the traffic that you're pulling in, we may consider you. I'm going to talk from the beauty aspect, the beauty brands and advertisers, what they're looking at, right? Because we are women. If I'm looking at your channel and you have, let's just say, I'm going to say, let me start off with a realistic number. Like, let's use 6,000, right? If we're looking at a channel with 6,000 subscribers, I'm going to use mine, and you are pulling in anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000 views, right? You're actually punching above your weight in your ratio, that percentage that we're looking for, right? If you're getting between 100 to 200 comments on average, that tells me that people are engaging in the content that you put there. It's not the type of content that a person would put great job or you did well. If people are giving me high quality engagement comments, that means people will move to action. My content moved my subscribers to action, and they showed up and they participated. How often does that happen?
Mm-hmm.
If I can clearly see that, then I can decide, whoa, every time this person put up content, their community shows up and they engage at a high level. If you have, now let's use my channel. My channel has a huge problem. And a huge problem that my channel would suffer from would be consistency. Not consistency to the degree that I don't come on every day, consistency to the degree that my tribe understands when I'm going to show up, right? So my tribe don't know when I'm going to show up because I haven't created a consistent pattern for them to depend on so that they can show up, right? Now, if I do that and I'm selling and my demographics or, you know, I guess we need to talk about too after this how to go look at your analytics and look at these numbers so you'll know where you are.
Mm-hmm.
If I do that, then I could definitely be in position for a brand deal, product alignment, all of the things that that an advertiser would look for or a brand would look for an alignment. If you have 1,000 subscribers and you're getting 2,000 views and 200 and 100 um, engagements, and they're high quality engagements and they're dependable, your schedule's tight, then you can move to the next level, which means what does that channel represent? Aesthetically, what does it look like? Are you targeting people where you understand the type of subscriber you have? Do you have the type of subscriber who's, looking just for entertainment? Do they trust you? What's your value proposition? Like all of these things we go to start looking at in your channel. So you don't have to have 22,000 subscribers to be deemed successful. Actually, you are a high failure as it relates to what we're looking at in markets because you can be a micro influencer. And right now, if you guys look into it, that's where advertisers are looking at. You don't have to have a whole lot of subscribers. You just have to have a tribe that resonate with you and they show up and understand what's going to happen when they show up there. If I look at your channel and all of those things are in alignment and you've created content that speaks to the core of whatever you have in that about section. So if you're telling me in that about section, your channel is about puppies and I go on here and it's about dragon, it doesn't matter if you want a brand deal. You're going to keep wanting it until the day you get off the internet. You're never going to get an alignment with a a beauty influencer. You might be in alignment with someone who wants puppies if you're on here, So things have to align.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys with me?
Yeah,
Let me see.
I get it.
Let me
Y'all
make sure. Hold
let
on, I'm
us know if
sorry.
y'all understand so
I don't
far.
see
Give
the
us some
chat.
yellow hearts or something.
Hold on. Let me make sure I'm on the chat, guys. Let me see if I can make sure I see you guys. Okay. If you guys are with me right now, yeah, put some yellow hearts in and let me know you guys are hearing me and you're understanding where we're going with this. Okay. Right. So what you want to do is don't get caught up in a machinima. Y'all, machinima is my word that I use when I want to use those flavored peppery words that I like to use sometimes. Don't get caught up in a machinima of the vanity metrics of I have this amount of numbers. right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to grow it slowly and consistently so that your tribe understands what's happening over here, even if you haven't figured out what you're trying to do, right? Because as we all know, falling into a sector like the Peach McIntyre is what I'm going to call it. But let's be clear, I didn't start off talking about Peach, but I mean, hey, I talked about her, and let's be clear, Peach really put some money in my pocket. But what I want to do in what I'm doing don't align, right? So that's why I've been telling you guys, I'm not over here because I know where I make bread, where I make money at. I'm making money other places because I understand that I didn't set this up correctly. And I know you guys show up for this type of content. Can I pivot it? Yes. I've did a hard reboot on my channel. I don't know if you guys witnessed me do a hard reboot on my channel, and I started to get 20,000 views on content that had nothing to do with Peach. But for me, that's not, I'm a really creative person, so I didn't care for that as much. So I'm not consistent where I should be because I don't have the desire to really do a lot of stuff that sometimes can really, let's be clear, sometimes bring me down.
Mm-hmm.
So I would rather do something that's more creative. So if you have a channel like mine and you understand all these things, you guys could transition to another channel and leave all of the negative noise where it is. When you get time and you want to engage with the content like I do in mine, I go over there. I'm not coming over here trying to build my brand with what I'm in. It is what it is, right? You go somewhere else and you use these best practices, and don't get overwhelmed with how many people you're getting. You want quality engagement. You want to make sure that that about makes sense for what you're talking about, because now, guys, back in the day, you used to can get up here and do anything, and as long as you got the views, you could get paid. It's not like that anymore. We have something called LLM that's being used, and that is large language modeling. Do you guys remember back in the day when you can get on here and people would say, don't cuss, don't say nothing for the first 10 minutes, don't do no bad cussing, be careful what you say in the first 10 minutes, right? That was because I'm looking at me. YouTube had a system, and it had a certain amount of latency in it, mean like a delay. So it took time for YouTube to go through the whole transcript part of it, then go through um, the algorithm to figure out what you were talking about. It used the A/B testing right away to decide whether or not you can get pushed out. That's why when people used to get in your videos when you first release them and do stuff, it could hurt your suppression and whether or not YouTube keep pushing you out, right? So if you're trying to solve for that, and now we're in the age of LLM, you want to make sure you hit certain key factors so that the algorithm aligns with what it's looking for. Your about, how you do your description, the thumbnails you're placing, and then how you start your videos. All of those things matter. So some people believe, well, if you just, tag it and do this, tagging is important. Um, Words are important. So if I'm going to use an example and say we're talking about I don't know, let's just say a beauty blender. I'm going to do a video on the best beauty blender of all times. That's a tongue twister. Maybe I shouldn't have chose that. But nevertheless, if I use that, I want to make sure that all of those points that I just talked about and described, they all align. So you're checking them off. Boom, 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 boom. I don't want to do a thumbnail that has me with a whole lot of other stuff going on in it, because AI now scans your images and it rates it, right? So YouTube now, the vice president of, what was he? I think he was over advertising and new content acquisition. YouTube is moving, guys, in a new direction. And they're moving to a direction where they're serving up content like Netflix. I don't know if you guys know this, but if you Google the last town hall that YouTube did, you'll see that they're saying we're looking for content that resonate with our new strategy. That strategy
Oh,
is more bingeable content, right? A lot of people are watching it on their televisions,
let
right?
me ask you something. Is that why
Yes,
they took the Breakfast Club off and put it on Netflix?
right. Well, they're trying to do a placement away. From my understanding, what I heard was that they moved into a different podcast server and
Hmm.
they got to deal with Netflix. And you can do that, guys. We could do that. If you have a bomb show or a bomb, uh, you know, if your YouTube channel is doing podcast style like material or even just like conversational material and you want to move that into the podcast, all you have to do is select that on your YouTube, then get on a podcast server, figure out which one you're going to get on, and then your stuff can go out just like the Breakfast Club and the rest of that. And if you have the right type
Oh,
of engagement, you can get a deal, a big deal,
oh
six-figure
wow.
deals. A lot of people are doing that, right? So it just depends on how you want to have your channel. So when people say stuff like your little channel, your itty bitty channel, and the rest of this stuff, is really, really juvenile because at the end of the day, we're all, unless your channel is hitting those numbers, you are an itty bitty channel too. You just have a whole lot of phantom subscribers that aren't doing anything but bringing
Right.
your ratio down. So you would rather not have them than to have them if you put a video up and only get 100 people to look at it with 2 comments.
Mm,
That is something you want to fix,
okay.
so you can go, don't worry about getting all of the the things that we can make a show look good with. That's easy. Anyone can have a show that looks great nowadays, especially with AI. Let's work on the bones of your channel. Let's
Mhm.
figure out what you want to actually showcase and then how you're going to monetize outside Google AdSense. Because what happens? What's your strategy? How are you going to pivot, take your audience from YouTube to your next place that you want to go to, right?
Right.
Do you have a funnel where you can capture emails and keep up with your people? And now your tribe is synonymous with you, not YouTube, wherever you go,
Okay.
right? So back to making sure you get those brand deals and the rest of that good stuff.
They've been
Consist
sending me stuff to do, and I've just been scared to do it. They've been giving me the bingo blitz and like this. Give us an answer by this time, and we think you'll be a good fit from YouTube and TikTok. I would trust YouTube before I trust TikTok for some reason. I don't know, but I just been scared to do because I really don't know what I'm doing, and I don't want to say
yes.
yeah, then I mess up.
Yeah, so the good thing is to make sure how to go in your email and make sure you're not getting a phishing email, which
Right.
is an email that's really not from YouTube, right? Last year, I was a part of a program with YouTube, and you guys know I wasn't on here as consistent as I could have been, but I had a little spurt where I was. YouTube reached out, they offered me a representative, and then they wanted me to start doing subscriptions, right? How would you like it? In this is so funny, and I shared this with a couple of my friends that do content because YouTube don't it's like I keep using the analogy of a house on the street, right? We're on the same street,
Hmm.
but depending on what you add in your home, the appraiser is going to appraise that at different prices, right? If you're trying to have YouTube value your content, you have to do the things that they know they can get money with. YouTube is nothing truthfully than a big ad server. That's how it makes its money. It don't make
Hmm.
money just because we on here yapping. It makes money by placing ads on our material.
Right.
The more you put out quality content, the better your ads are. The more you understand strategy, the better you're able to put things in place to have ad servers serve you the best ads with the highest RPMs, right? You want that because YouTube sees you at a value because they're like, hey, I make good money when you on here, right?
Hmm.
Because we split in our ad revenue, do we not?
Yep.
So it would be in their best interest. I had a situation where they offered me it was like a $500 bonus and $5 for each member that I add to my member list. Now that's a great opportunity. A person could literally design a program, put it together, and YouTube say for each person you put together, I'll give you $5.
Mm.
Now you'll have some people who, you know, will act as though they have a community and people don't show up. So don't get involved in the whole idea of the superficial matrix. That don't pay no money.
Yeah.
Period. It only hurts your feelings actually, if you ask me, because you want to have good engagement. Now, let me tell you what we say about this. And guys, remember this. If you grow your channel in a market where the advertising dollar is low, I don't care what you say, you're not going to get a whole lot of dollars from the ads that are being placed on your content at that time. So you're going to see pennies, literally pennies versus dollars, right? So a strategy would be, I'm getting on here, and because I enjoy the matrix of having high numbers on my channel, YouTube is serving your video out because they're making a lot of money off of you, right? If I just have to give you pennies, how much, you know what I'm saying? Like YouTube is like, I'm not, look, they don't care about making money. They just really care about the subscribership. That's why you'll see your numbers spike high if you do that, because
Mm.
no one wants to really serve at that time. No content creator really wants to serve at that time because there's no revenue. So when you go there and you start serving and you start getting subscribers, if you get stuck in that, your RPM will struggle for a long time. And that's just the way it is, because what you want is, you really do want viewers in the market where the people that are paying the highest for ad dollars are. I have friends that are in Africa, in Asia, different parts of the world, and they do content. As a matter of fact, a couple of Rox, we had one of them on your channel, and I'm going to try to get her to come and talk about this. But you guys know that a lot of these people, when they go overseas, they still pay to have somebody upload their video in the United States. Do you know why they do that?
Mm.
They do that because if you start to upload videos and you're in Africa and their RPM is drastically different, you're not going to gain the same revenue than
Oh.
if you would have uploaded it in New York or
Mm-hmm.
in the United States, Chicago or wherever else. That you're going to make more money uploading it there than you would if you were there.
Oh, I
So
see.
a lot of them actually pay people to upload their videos in the United States so they can make more money, right?
Mm.
Because as a creator, you want to try to maximize the amount of money that you're able to get for the same video.
Yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
if I have a video and or I have I'm just if I have an hour to give, I want to give that hour to a video in the United States, right? And I want to engage at a high level with maybe the 1,000 people that I have. I want to engage with everyone that's coming into my comments, because that engagement, that back and forth, is going to make your channel move up. If
Mm.
you're the type of person who's going through the comments and you're just like, I'm gonna delete that, oh, I don't like that, I don't, you're gonna suffer, because your engagement is gonna be really, really low.
Right.
That's not good for brands. So what you want to do is be mindful of what kind of content or what audience you want to reach. And for us guys, the sweet spot, put it in Chat GPT. If you don't trust me, the sweet spot is where we are with women our age, because we do have disposable income. We do have a lot of knowledge to give. We are the influencers of our families, right? If I, as a mother, find a great lotion, I'm calling my daughter, I'm calling my sister, I'm calling my aunt, I'm telling everyone. Advertisers know that. So if
Mm.
I could just get one person who love a product, they're going to be a brand ambassador for the rest of their families. right? So we look at our age group as the number one target. Back in the day, they used to say, you want that young age group, no, that's not true. That's not true. You want to, hold on one second. I'm sorry.
Hey, everybody coming in. Don't forget to hit
I'm
the
sorry.
like button, share the live.
We want to remember that. Hold on, Rex. I'm sorry. Something is happening with StreamYard. Let me just reboot this thing.
Remove that one content. CC block the comments. They losing money.
Right, Kim. That's very true. So when you do that, here is the deal, y'all. If y'all notice when I go on my lives, I do some things that a lot of people don't like. And that is, I don't read every comment. And the reason why I don't read every comment, guys, I do want to engage with the comments, but I don't want to throw what the algorithm is listening for off initially, right?
Oh, I
We
see.
want to be very, you want to be very precise about what you're saying initially in your in your um in your video, because remember, after we go live, it's going to be content. So how we set that up as we're thinking about what we're talking about. Think about when you watch shows on television, if that's what you want to do. How do they open it up? They open it up the exact same way every time.
Mm-hmm.
Every time. There's a reason for that, right?
Yeah.
Then they get right into what they're talking about. There's a reason for that. It's the same way and the same thing we should be doing, right? Because in
Right.
those first 3 minutes, we're making money. We making money. Okay. So
Yeah.
I want, if I'm talking about whenever I'm talking about, I need to be talking about that in the first couple minutes. So now the algorithm identified that, okay, she is talking about this. Okay, it is there. It is here. It's there. This is where I need to send it.
Okay.
I need to send this video here. I tried to pivot my channel and talk about some stuff last year. And although I enjoy that type of content and I enjoyed that type, it didn't resonate with my core group that I had already grown in this core group. I mean, in this sector.
Mm-hmm.
You have to understand that sometimes.
Right.
You can grow. I have examples of YouTube channels, y'all, started off last November at 100,000 already. You know what happened? It was very focused and what it
Mm.
was what it was serving up, right? And right now with tools, with AI, don't think small. Don't think small. And don't worry about what people say about you. Go for it and
Mm-hmm.
think about what is your exit strategy. What are you going to use to sell? Remember, we are always selling. We're selling, and that's what, not to bring old PM over here, a lot of times people kind of get upset. She understands certain metrics that work for her and the people she's trying to trigger to make them do stuff with her. She inspired people that are really having a hard time and looking for a way out, and she knows that don't resonate with a lot of us because we not in that sector. I mean, we're not in that mindset.
Right.
But for people that are struggling and having a hard time and wanting to believe and have something to look for, she knows how to ring their bell to make them give her
Yes.
money. And people that have businesses say, you know what, if they'll follow you, they'll come over here and spend with me. So her ecosystem she's crafted works for her. We have to create one for what you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yes.
same way. The same way. So always remember that what we want to do is make sure your numbers are lining up, right? And let's quit talking about the subscribership, because what that does to the end user is it makes it seem like this is a channel about vanity, uh bringing in subscribers and not offering value. Remember,
Okay.
we're here. If you walked into a store every day and you said, hey, come on in, we got 15 people in here, you're gonna be like, hold on, wait a minute, I'm
Mm-hmm.
in here to do so and so, right? the customer is not concerned with how many people, but you are behind the register. You're like, okay, we got 15 people in here and we about to turn this shit out. Excuse my French, guys. But your goal and what you're trying to do does not have to be amplified through your video, because that throws your LMM off when the algorithm is trying to figure out where you belong. It's listening to what you're saying and it's going
Right.
to place you in those areas. So the tags help when they're consistent. But if your tags aren't consistent and you're doing stuff like I do, which is wanting to make people watch stuff about, shit they not interested in, you know what I'm saying? Your numbers are going to reflect that. But
Right.
when you get in alignment with what you grew your audience for, I grew my audience with, talking about people like Lady Bling. Also, let me just say this too, y'all. I don't know if you guys, a lot of people may know Lady Bling. Y'all hold her in her prayers. It was because of her and Peach actually that I decided to break the fourth wall and take a stab at being, doing a content creator and being a talent. She just lost her mother and her dad
Oh,
6 months ago, and I want to say, my condolences goes out to her and her family
yeah.
as they go through a difficult time. Y'all, she's a content creator who's been very vulnerable on the YouTube streets. Y'all, I just wanted to put that out there.
Okay.
But she was the reason why I came out here. Her story inspired me. She's an awesome storyteller.
Mm.
Awesome storyteller. Work on the craft of telling stories, no matter what it is. Even if you're selling something, it's all about storytelling and alignment,
Hmm.
because what do people resonate with? Storytelling. That's what bridges us together,
Let me
right?
ask you something real quick. So when it comes to going live, and we title our live stream video or whatever, but I'm just talking about the live because sometimes people tend to go live and wait before they talk.
Uh-huh.
So it's best just to
Mhm.
start talking, and then you see some people come in. You don't necessarily stop talking to keep addressing them because that's breaking it where they don't really see that you're talking about what you title your live stream. You want to talk long enough for them to push it out to what you said.
Exactly.
Okay.
There you go. You get it. So what you want to do is start the program, put the information out so the algorithm can start working in your favor, right?
Okay.
Once you do that, stop and then do your acknowledgments. And then, if you have a show where you have, highly engaged chats and the rest of that, then start doing that. But say that, you say
Mhm.
that, this is the part of the show where y'all know I get in and I talk with my people. Say that, because now the algorithm knows, okay, this is the part of the show where she goes in and starts to talk. You see what I'm saying? Because now
Mhm.
it's taken that, turning into a transcript. It knows what's happening. So in production, we have something that we have a format, right? What's the format, the flow of your show? You could do or your content, right? You could do, it could be anything, but you need a format that
Mhm.
you could keep duplicating so your audience knows what to expect. Because once your tribe knows what to expect, it grows. I mean, your channel explodes. So
Oh,
what you want to, let's look at like what's her name? B Love's Life. Her strategy was to come on every day at a certain time and eat, right? People knew at 8 o'clock, 8:30, whatever it was, B Love was going to upload a 24-minute video.
mhm.
Oh my God. If you can upload 24 to 25, 24 to 30 minutes worth of content and people consume it, you are killing the game. Killing it. You know why? You know how many ads we can place in that?
Mm. Yeah.
And some people say, well, why don't you just do, 4 or 5 minute videos?
They want no ads. They gonna give enough ads on that.
Well, exactly. But think about this. If I'm serving up content where YouTube is saying that I'm giving them an opportunity to keep somebody who's interested on my channel that long, those ads are going to get better and better and better. If you look at people that do that, they get great ads. You look at other people who think they're doing something, not to be shady, but I'm a human and I can be petty. Y'all pray for me. If you're on other channels and you see things like If you're in a government channel and you're looking for ways to make money, or you
Oh,
looking
wow.
for $1,000, the government's going to give you $1,000. Those are shitty ads.
Oh, wow.
Those are not good ads. But if I go on your channel and it's pumping Tiffany's and it's showing out, you know, dishwashers and all the rest of that stuff, you're going to get some money.
Mm.
Now, how do we position our channel to get the most money? Figure out which niches pays the most in your demographic. Let's reverse engineer this thing. Now, if I was a hater, and I want to put this out here because we want to make sure we are very clear about our intentions and how we move together, helping each other, I would not tell people this because it's not a simple cut dry thing, right? If you have your channel and say, for instance, you're trying to get, hold on a second, this thing keeps clipping, guys. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, you should watch the ads all the way through, but don't watch them over and over and over. Clicking on them. That'll get us in trouble.
Exactly. Never do that, guys, because now you're looking like a troll.
Right.
What we call they have troll farms. Do y'all know people pay to have their videos put in troll farms? Y'all, dang, excuse me. And for fake views, people do that. And sometimes people will come in your comments and put stuff in there, and then they'll have this happened to me twice on this channel. Yeah, they'll come in there and they'll do all this shit. What they're doing is they're trying to put stuff in there to have them go somewhere else, and you don't even know. So always filter your comments. Look at the comments that come up, but then go up to the top and then filter to secondary comments. You want to do that because if someone is in there doing stuff to take your channel down, you want to be able to see it and get it out of there as soon as possible.
Okay, so
because that
if
can
I go
take
to
it.
one of my shorts, let's say I go one of my shorts videos, and then because I'm finna do it while you're saying that, because I don't want that to happen to me. So I'm in my shorts, look at the last one, and I go into the comment section and click on filter. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Do you see where it says responded, and then it says new response, new replies? Let me pull out my phone so I can tell you exactly.
It's only showing me 2, even though it say 4 comments. Let me look at me tap here.
Okay, let's go into the YouTube studio. If you guys have your YouTube studio, let's go into there and I'll show you. If you click on community,
okay,
and then you click at the top where it says view all, you see now it says sort. You see that? You hit sort by unresponded. That means you haven't responded to it yet. But then if you hit sort, and then you hit the next thing to it, which is new responses. Do you see that at the bottom? Unresponded, responded, new replies to your response.
Sort by, and right next to it says unresponded.
Yes, there you go.
Type videos.
Right. So you want to. So let me make sure you're in the right place. You want to hit sort, right?
Okay.
You hit
sort. Sort by.
Sort by.
Okay. It says most relevant and newest.
Okay. So you don't have an option that says response status?
No. I'm in my shorts though. Do it matter if you're in your shorts or your long form?
My shorts show up with my long form.
Okay. It's all.
So your shorts don't show up. Oh, you know what? You said you're in your shorts. So you're not in your YouTube studio.
Yeah, I'm in a YouTube studio. I went to community and then whatever video it is I should do.
Okay, so we don't want to. There we are. That's what's happening. We don't want to go to the individual video. Individual video. You want to go to where it says comments. You want to say view all. Okay. And the reason why you want to view all is you want to make sure you're not, forgetting the person that's over there having a good time with your video from 5 years ago. And they like, this girl ain't even looking at me. You want to make sure that you do this. So you hit comments, view all. And then what you do is you go to sorts by.
Okay.
And then you
say most relevant / default. and then it say newest. Those are only two options it's giving me.
Really?
Yeah.
So are you on the computer or on your
I'm on
phone?
my phone.
That's
Yeah,
really interesting.
yeah, I'm on my phone.
Yeah, so I'm not sure why. So do me a favor. At the top where you see channel comments, do you see that?
Channel comments. Let me go back. Yeah,
So let's start
community.
back over so
Yeah,
we
it
can be
say
in the same
comments.
place.
It's like a bunch of comments. Then I can actually X out of it. Let me see. Now let
Uh-huh.
me do view all. Now let me do it this
So
way.
let's do this again one more time because I'm almost certain we could figure this out real quick together. So we're gonna go back to the main page, and then we're gonna hit community, and then we're going to the right. You should see comments. It should be something to say view all. We're going to click view all.
Mm-hmm.
After we click view all, under channel comments, you should see a tab that says published, sort by, and do you see anything else next to that?
Responded. Content type.
There we go. There we go. Now we're working. So if we look at sort by, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to, depending on what you want to do, I keep mine most relevant. I do newest
Yeah, that's
if
what it
I'm
is.
trying to get.
It say well, mine is clicked on most relevant, or I can change it to newest.
Uh-huh. But if I want to keep it like that, you see where it says unresponded,
Yeah.
hit that X button and get rid of that and watch what happens.
X
If
button.
you click it to get rid of that, now it
Oh,
has
okay.
a response status.
Oh, yes, I see it.
Do you
Absolutely.
see that? So
Yeah.
now what you want to do is you want to use new replies to your responses. So if we click on that,
Okay.
now
I got it.
I could see where you would get your most devilish work in those comments. This is where people usually go and try to get dirty. So you do want to keep an
Oh,
eye on these areas because if you put a video up and I want to do something and I go in your channel and now I'm saying stuff in your channels under responded, if you're only caring about the newest response, you're not going to see those.
right.
And guess what else? You're missing an opportunity to add value to your channel because now that's more engagement, right?
Right.
It's more
And now that
engagement.
I'm scrolling where you telling me where I'm at, I have responded. I have liked and comment on like almost all these videos. So
And
that's a
that's
good
really
thing.
good. You're staying on top of it. Yeah. So you want to make sure you do that because you definitely want to make sure. I have a couple, y'all. I'm going to get to these that are in here just so y'all know as soon as I get off because I want to make sure I'm responding correctly in there. But we want to make sure that we do these things. When we do these things, we keep it going. We come up with a schedule. Like for me, I have to figure out a schedule for this channel if I want to really push it and
Yeah, we be missing
monetize.
you.
I be missing you guys too. Y'all keep me on the prayer list because your girl is remodeling. Y'all know I was getting ready for the what is it, FIFA here, and that's why we redid the basement and all that for that whole FIFA thing that they're having here. So, child, we
Mm-hmm.
trying to get some bread on that. So I've been really busy with that, and y'all know anyway. There's no excuse, but I must say I really would like to provide more content for you guys. Please know that it's just that I'm extremely busy, but I'm going to get back to doing this channel because I want to do it in a way that I could, show what's happening and not necessarily make people feel bad. I want people to come to their own conclusions and see opportunities for them to do better. And I don't want to make it difficult. I want to make it lighthearted and fun for us over here. So, but that takes time, And then we get into tools, guys. There are tools that we could use depending on what you're trying to do to help you, come up with great content, right? There are people making millions of dollars. I watched this one guy and he put up 4 channels, 4 dang on channels with a formula that he has, and he monetized all 4 and he's raking in the dollars. So when we think about doing content, right? I had one channel. Let me use one for an example because it struggled because of something that I didn't do correctly. I started a channel in February of last year and it got up to like 89,000 subscribers. And what was happening with it was the way they allowed you to use AI initially was okay. Now, I must admit, that channel was definitely an AI slop engine. But
Mm,
I knew I wasn't trying to make it anything other than a place for me to make money. I made nice money over there really quickly, right?
mm,
But then when YouTube changed the policies, that channel immediately tanked. But I didn't really care because it was low effort AI slop, right?
okay.
Then I decided that I wanted to do another type of channel where, I was going to be more focused and intentional about what I was creating, using tools to help me facilitate content creation. That channel is doing very, very, very well,
Good.
but
Yay.
it's telling stories, and it's, serving up content with high quality visuals and things to keep you engaged. So you have to think about YouTube as a whole business, y'all. If I were to tell y'all that YouTube, I got to get back to my main point. Y'all know I have ADD, so y'all please forgive me. My heart
I do the same
is in the
thing.
right place, but sometimes my mind be all over the place, and I'm older, so y'all give me grace, please. Um, I want to jump back to this point, y'all, where I was telling y'all this about the direction of YouTube, because this is really important. YouTube has decided that it is moving in the direction where it wants to treat each channel like a network, right? So if
Oh,
they're able to make money on your content and you're serving up the YouTube experience where people can watch it on their television, they're
mm-hmm.
gonna put your channel in a different category because they make more money when ads are served through the device of a television.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if YouTube did uh, what is it? They did a town hall the first of the year. There's this black young lady in Birmingham, Alabama. She creates content. If you put in the black Tyler Perry, I mean, the woman Tyler Perry on YouTube, it's a young woman who now has brand deals with Delta, who has a line with, what's the little guy name that does comedian? Dang, what is the Kevin Hart? They're doing a production together because she decided that she wanted to use her channel and serve out content like a network. So on one day she would have content in her playlist. She treated her playlist like a lineup, right? When I say lineup, think about it in the way we used to consume television. When, say, for instance, the Cosby would come on. If y'all in my age group, y'all know on Thursday nights, baby, when the Cosby came on and the different world was coming on after,
Oh,
that was a lineup. We was ready. We knew. So she decided to use her channel like that. So she'll have one playlist where it's, um, videos that she's done like a series, like a television series. Then the next one, it'll be another type of content, but she released them on different days. So one day it may be, I'm just gonna make up a name, Tutti Frutti and the Fresh Five Heartbeats, and so some shit.
oh.
On Monday, she released that content. On Tuesday, she has this, but she has a team now. But initially, she had a strategy where she would release one day, have 2 days in between to create more content, then release another day. That's two, follow me, guys. She's doing 2 pieces of content a week. But if those 2 pieces of content are 30 minutes and they're watching, consuming all of it, or even let's just say 45 minutes, she's going to make more money than a person coming on here every day doing 3-minute videos.
Oh.
She's going to have more opportunities for brand alignment because she has an audience that knows what they're coming there for, and she's delivering, and they're there. This girl, if you, Rox, I really wish, let me see. When I'm done with this, Rox, I'll give it to you and you could put it on community so people could go out and look at it, because it's such an inspiration to
Okay.
see a young person do that. This girl has changed her life. She's
Mm.
hired her family. She's doing now production outside of YouTube.
Ooh.
And we could do that too. And now what she's doing is exactly what YouTube wants us to do. They want to have people on here creating content that's bingeable,
Oh.
right? So if you're doing that, you're going to win. every time, because YouTube don't care what you over there talking about as long as you keep people on this platform watching ads, because that's how they make money. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room that YouTube is quietly pushing around.
Okay, let's get it.
YouTube is now at a place where it's so many people. It's 2 million channels coming on the platform every day. They said that's a lot.
Okay.
Isn't that a lot of people starting up YouTube every day?
Mm-hmm.
But what does that say to me as a business person?
I get
That
on it.
it costs, yeah, but also from YouTube's perspective, that's a lot of money I got to pay to house all these damn videos of people just want to get up here and think about how much data or data space it requires to house that amount of information that goes against their bottom line of generating money through ads. So eventually, don't be surprised if YouTube start charging you to be on YouTube to use their platform if you're not creating value for them. If you want to get on here and they don't see value in what you're doing, why should they host or have allow you to store hours of bullshit on their servers that they have to pay for? Right? Think
Right.
about it. We're going to be logical about this. You are not creating value for them. And they're going to say, and they've showed it. If you look at the deck, you can see where it's going. You could be on here, but now you're going to pay to house all them damn videos you want to put up every damn day that don't do shit for nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Because now, guys, we have access to the largest entertainment site in the world. They serve out more content than Netflix and all the other networks combined. And it's free for you right now. Take advantage of that before it changes. And it will, and it is going to change, because ad dollars, this is why I've tried to give y'all insight. The advertisers are saying, I want to be able to place my ads in places where I can get a benefit from, not on a channel where people are not, necessarily turning over to buy anything we're selling. So that's why they're going for micro influencers. I want to see where my ad dollars are going. I don't want to give my money to a Peach McIntyre. You're watching Peach McIntyre and all kind of ads coming up there. Those people are like, I don't want my ads over there. Right?
Makes
Anyway,
sense.
so I don't want to overload the conversation. That's an introductory kind of idea for you to get your mind wrapped around how to see your channel, how to position what you're trying to do for your channel. And then you can get into the aesthetics, the analytics. It's like, the editing, all of that kind of stuff, the tools to use to make you more successful. Like
Right.
me, I had a strategy that I came up, and I'm going to tell all of you guys this because I want you guys to win. I want everybody to win on here because this is not my money. It's not my money, right? So it's not going to take nothing away from me, right? When you're getting ready to start another channel, guys, I would advise you to start with a month's worth of content first. Don't even put nothing in the bar of your new channel until you get at least a month of content. That means, are you committing to releasing content once a week? You can be very successful doing that. Twice a week, whatever that number is, what that looks like for a month. Create a calendar. Go to Dollar General, buy yourself a calendar, and then go through and then jot down what you want those topics to be, where you're going to place them, right? Evergreen content don't date. It's not dated. So don't get into the just-in-time content. Just-in-time content has a limited shelf life. Meaning, yeah, we're talking about it now because it's relevant. But then after people aren't talking about it, that video dies. Right? But if you're talking about something that's evergreen, meaning you're telling stories that people resonate with, it's always going to be, it's like the gift that keeps on giving. Remember those strategies, right? And before you start your new channel, what you're going to do is decide, how do I want my channel to be? what demographic that I'm going for. If it's our demographic and you know all of these things, what are conversations that we could talk about? What about intergenerational things that we're dealing with, right?
Mm.
Talk to women that may now have their children living with them. You know,
Mm-hmm.
talk to women who now, when I say children, I'm talking about my demographic, the 55-year-olds who, you
Mm-hmm.
know, now have a child living with them. What are those challenges? It don't have to be heavy. It could be funny. It's one lady on Instagram who started an Instagram talking about menopause. Her channel grew so fast. She had been trying to grow her Instagram, and you guys know it's hard to start um, and grow an Instagram. This woman
Oh,
got on
it
here.
is.
She had Halle Berry, Oprah Winfrey, all these people following her because they all identify with her stories. And some of you people that are on here are probably following her. But I think it's called The Woman. She's the woman who talks about the hot flashes, and she said, "Good afternoon. Today is the first day of, or this is the." I forget how she opens it, but it's like this real humorous way that she opens up everyone. But she
Mm-hmm.
talks about some of the challenges that we deal with when we're dealing with menopause. When I tell you that lady's over there getting all kind of big ass deals,
Mm.
she's using her cell phone
We,
making six figures. So don't get wrapped up in equipment, none of that. Get wrapped up in storytelling and resonating with a
yeah.
real core audience.
So
Do you
can
guys
y'all?
have any questions?
She said, can y'all ask for certain ads? Now we can't ask for. It's not up to us what ads they put on.
Okay, so the only thing you could do on our side is that we can limit the type of ads that we want. So if you don't want a liquor ad to, be placed on your channel, you can exclude things, but you can't necessarily add things, right? Because they're basically it's going through an ad server. So you can say what you don't want to have on your channel,
Right.
but if they're going to be serving, relative to what you have in your channel, what you're talking about, all of those different things, and whether or not YouTube is putting it out and people are clicking on it. And if they're clicking on it and they're watching it, and you constantly do that, and YouTube sees that when they put a video out with you, people are not only clicking on it, they're watching it. The higher
Mm-hmm.
that number is and how long they stay on there, the more you'll see you get pushed out even more and more and more and more.
Right.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then you get into the extra layers of things. But basically, um you really do want to curate your content so that you can attract the best ad dollars first. And
Right.
if you don't know what you want to do, figure out where you find yourself spending a lot of time, right? If you find
Mm-hmm.
yourself spending a lot of time in places, then ask yourself, why do I like this? What can I add? What could I add to this? And you'd be surprised, especially at our age, y'all. You can really, really, really make some money because people can only reach our target group through micro opportunities. Because how else can you find those people? Our age group. If you look at it, a lot of those people in that age group, they are banging it out. They're getting ad deals. We're safe. We're safe, you know?
Okay.
So let's see. Someone is saying it's basically what you talk about. So yeah, it's the content that you're serving out, what you're putting out there. So if you're coming on and you're talking about, I'm gonna tell y'all this is well, I'm gonna talk to Rox about it offline, and I'll see if she's okay with talking about this because this right here is important to me because I am a whole human being,
We can
and
talk about anything over here. You ain't gotta ask me now. Go.
yeah. Well, no, 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 no. I'm saying the how we would, allow to packages out for you guys to get because I
Oh,
want to
okay.
be very clear when I talk about or if we talk about certain things that trigger the highest amount of money as well as how to go about getting those kind of things. I would rather for us all to be in an environment if Rocks could find a way if we could do Zoom. I'm not a petty person, but I'm not in the business of having people use me and then you know not to divert the conversation, but I want to make sure that we're helping people who want to be helped and transparent, and you know what I'm saying, not
Right.
be malicious with the information that we're giving out. But if you do those things, guys, don't worry about your subscribership. Your tribe will find you. And when they find you, engage with them. When they find you, let them know that you value them coming over there. Let them know that, because those people are the key to you making more money.
Yes.
They hold the opportunities for us. So you want to treat them like they hold the opportunities for us. And they do,
Yes.
because when they show up, they help us make money. Period.
Yes. Say, Rocks, will
Any
this life remain like this, or yeah? I don't do all that. If I'm doing something for members only, I'm trying to reach out to y'all about something. But I'm not putting my videos on members only just to try to get people to become a member. I want them to be a member because they want to be a member. Like, oh, I'm being nosy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
Yeah.
get paid for membership. I'm gonna see what they. Nah, I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, and you know what, Rox, so what you're saying, you really just want to, I'm going to be frank with you guys. Let's focus on the content we create. Let's spend more time and effort in making content that a person will sit and watch.
Speaking of
So,
content, I was I had did like a little. I did 2 videos. I got one more to put out for people
mm-hmm,
that's talking about doing content creation, because some people that's in my community have just started or thinking about doing it. So I've been
mm-hmm,
giving them my experience with the invalid traffic when I lost my channel for that month, and
mm-hmm.
so they can see if this is what they want to do. And my advice was like, and tell me what you think when it comes to like somebody who don't know what they want to do. I was thinking about telling them what it is you do good,
Mm-hmm.
or that you're compassionate about, like whether it's
Mm-hmm.
something, a career, a hobby, or whatever. If you bake cakes real well, if you sing, play the piano, or if you're a good storyteller, whatever you're
Mm-hmm.
passionate about and that you're good at, and what's your schedule like? You
There
know what
you
I'm saying?
go, Rox. What's your schedule? What would allow you to be the most consistent that you're going to want to do? Because over time, you will have days that you're not going to want to do it,
Mm-hmm.
right? And consistency is important. It's very, very important. So I would agree with what you said. Once you get a
We was talking
hundred,
about we was
I'm
talking about
sorry.
Zoom. We was talking about the whole idea was to put the 3 videos out so they couldn't see. And if they wanted to sign up, I got like 2 or more people. I said we can take
Mm-hmm.
it to Zoom for more serious people to uplift and figure out how I do. I'm not teaching y'all nothing. I'm sharing my experiences and the information that I got from YouTube when it comes to
Yeah.
reuse content, when it comes to invalid traffic. I don't want you to worry so much about your content. That's gonna come. Whoever you are, it's in you. Your content is in you. But if you don't know all the ins, outs, do's, don'ts, you're gonna lose it before you even get it together. You know what I'm saying? Thank God I got
Yeah.
my channel back because they realized I didn't do the invalid traffic. It was just a
Yeah.
misunderstanding. But it
Yeah.
ain't, I
I
don't have to
agree
do
with you,
anything
Rox.
wrong.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I think that's awesome because a lot of people start off wrong. If you start your channel off wrong, you could really be in a bad position because you didn't know that you shouldn't, the whole thing with even an email address. Don't start a YouTube, with your Google ad. Don't, let me put this out. Don't put your Google AdSense email as your contact email
Right.
on your YouTube page.
Yeah, and I changed. I had it like that, then I changed it.
Yeah, you want to keep that separate because that's where your money resides. You
Mm-hmm.
want to have one email dedicated to just that. That's all. That way when you have an opportunity, you can go to that email, but you won't overlook important things in your YouTube
Right.
studio that as a content creator we have to stay on top of, because if you're getting strikes or if YouTube is reaching out to you and you don't check it every day, a person can go and put a complaint in on you, and if you don't get back to it in enough time, it'll go through,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's a lot of strategies and a lot of things that you got to know. And like Rock's point, you wouldn't know that unless that happened to you. So she's definitely someone who could show us, including myself, because I never experienced that, right? What happened? How does that happen? How do you mitigate for something like that?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good way to start, because starting to me is the best. If you start right, get yourself a binder. Actually, I have a actually dang, my website is down because I'm getting it rebuilt. I was about to say I'll send you this, rocks. You could put it on your community. Actually, I could put it on the Google Drive. Then y'all could download it for free. It's a free kind of like a journal. You could download it, and it kind of keeps up with what you're trying to do, what you want to do, what you're interested in. It kind of helps you figure out what kind of content you should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you figure that out, go to the next step. Put another tab in that binder. You guys, I don't know if you guys see me when I go live. You see, I have like binders. I have binders for each show and each YouTube channel. Why do I have a binder for my YouTube channel? It's because I'm charting things. I'm keeping up with information in there. Ideas. I'm writing them in there because you may have a great idea in the middle of the night. If you don't write it down, you're going to forget it, right? Write it in there, brainstorm, be intentional about trying to actively grow your channel. That way, when you come back to it, you're like, you know what? When I did that video talking about, sewing a hem, people really like that. I think I want to do a series on doing hems
I'll
in,
be right
in
back.
Bible.
Keep talking. I'll be right back.
Right. So when you do that, and now you're starting to see what you really enjoy talking about, or even not even that, guys. I was talking to a friend of mine, and she does travel vlogging, and she was telling me how she got involved with it. She was like, I was talking about travel from the standpoint of places I wished I could go. No one ever thought about that. We always think I got to go get money. I got to go get tickets. I got to go do this. But her buy-in was, these are places I would like to go. And here is why, right? Then what she did was she found out that you could go to the airport and get tickets for as cheap as $6 a flight. So then she started a travel channel for the low end. She would show people going to the counter, buying a ticket for $6. As a matter of fact, I've seen other content creators use it. She go buy a ticket for $6. Now she flies somewhere on the weekend for 2 days or whenever she does it. I think it's like Thursday or whenever, what day it was. She's only there for a day. She flies in the morning, go see what she could do with only $20, $25. And then she flies the hell out. But she's talking about where she wants to go. Do you know how many brands have now aligned with her? Because it's more people who don't have access to fly out and travel than it is that have access. So now we're watching and looking at her from a different aspect. Everyone likes an underdog. If she could take $25 and go buy a round trip ticket and use $25 to go experience a great time in Chicago and open her eyes to other opportunities, I could do that too, right? You start doing that, building a community, inspiring people to go out and find things that they're interested in. And now you're started a whole new niche for yourself. And she didn't have to, it wasn't a whole lot of money that she invested, right? And she started from a standpoint of what she wanted. And I thought that was brilliant. I was like, wow, that's really cool. Most people think they got to go buy this equipment. I got to have the best this. I got to have the best that. No, what you have to have is the best compelling story that you're willing and able to convey to people to have them feel like they can identify with where you're coming from. You know, someone said she can really showcase a different city. Now, to your point, Kim, guess what else? When we're thinking like a marketer, if she said they could go to, say, for instance, Chicago, then you're going to Detroit, or you want to go to all of these other places. They have a tourism site, y'all. You can find out who the ambassador is for that area, tell them what you're doing, give them your PR spiel, and now they're going to give you free opportunities for you to try in those areas. You can actually do an interview with them, ask them who would they like you to focus on or showcase, because for each city, they have a plethora of things that they're trying to push out all the time. So now you've allowed them to now not have to pay promotion and advertising dollars for something that you could do. You do it well first, and then you can start charging if you do a great job. You see what I'm saying? So you find opportunities and create a real market for yourself. Now, guess what you could do? Now you could start, packaging travel opportunities, or, retreats for women your age that are like you, that, maybe can't afford to fly to France. I'm piggybacking on the fear. She's so funny. Maybe you can't do that, but guess what? Maybe I can create an opportunity for us to, have a retreat where we go to Chateau Ylang in in the mountains, and we have that experience with like-minded women, and then I could bring sponsors who are trying to reach women like that. So it doesn't matter if you don't have 22,000. If you have 1,000, and then you have 100 or even 25 that'll show up to an event, high quality event, you're winning, because now you've monetized with your AdSense, and you're monetized in your pocket, and you're building brand alignment. That's what you do.
Mm.
And that could be anything. You have a son who loves sneakers, you have a, daughter that use a lot of hair products or any of those things. I have a box from Sacred. I have a box of products that was sent to me. I did a video where I was in Montgomery talking about being at the salon and, talking about my hair. It was alive. And I had somebody reach out to me. I thought it was fake, and they wanted to know how the products would work on my hair. I have a whole box of products that was sent to me. But I don't want to let me put it this way. I had to find a way to package that opportunity to make sense for me. I don't want to just go and do some hair stuff, and I know dang on well I'm unnatural and I'm not going to want to be dealing with my hair all the time. So I let them know that, hey, I don't do that type of content, but I do my hair. And I know you saw on my channel that I was doing my hair and talking on there, but I don't normally do that type of I don't normally do that type of content. Is it okay? Sure, it's okay. The next time you do your hair and you're going to do a video, if you use the products and you talk about them, and I told them, if I don't like it, is that okay? Perfectly fine. Y'all, I got a box of Sacred products. I have condition. It's their new detangling line. I have all of that. That's a brand deal, right?
Yes,
No,
it
that's a
is.
sponsorship. I'm sorry. Let me make sure I'm using the right way. I want to tell y'all wrong. That's a sponsorship. That's that's product alignment. They're trying to get their product out. They don't give a cow about my channel. They didn't pay me. But as soon as I get on here and I use it on my hair, and my tribe really, resonates, y'all, you guys know I do my own hair. I do my own hair. People can see how the product work. That's all they want from me. It wasn't, money that was sent, but that's how you start building up that type of engagement on your channel. Do you guys have any other questions? And I want to close it out pretty quickly, because I don't want to run Rox live too long, because let me tell y'all this too. Rox too, this for you too. If you have a live, once that after 2 days on YouTube, that live dies unless something is bringing traffic to that live. So do yourself a favor. Put it on members, put it on private, chop it up. Put the most interesting parts, repackage it. Put a good thumbnail, and then repackage it as an upload. But don't, I was going to say, don't let it just sit as a live, because you missed the opportunity to find, have an upload, and then
Right.
you can start a playlist.
When I had Wood's baby mom up here for the interview, I had screen recorded the nice parts and made videos out of them and cropped it out and put them up and posted. And they got views.
Yeah.
Different
Yeah, you want to
platforms.
do that. Yeah, make sure that, that's an excellent strategy. You definitely want to do that. And then, you put it back out there with, whatever the parts of that conversation that you found interesting, or whatever else. If you look at YouTube even shows you where you had the most engagement in that live. You want to clip that out and repackage it. So, because people may not have time to watch
Whole thing,
3-hour live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And truthfully, guys, that hurts your engagement. So if you have a 3-hour live and you have people on here that are on here and they're engaging with the content while it's live, that looks good, because now you private it, you still have a high engagement rate. You private it, then you bring back that clip of whatever it is of that video that performed the best, upload it as a video, and then you move on. That's a new piece of content that's your evergreen content that could stay on your channel. And now you have a video upload. And
Right.
then also, y'all don't get real trigger happy with using those verticals, guys. And I'm gonna close on that because I talk too much. But
No,
y'all,
okay.
the verticals really, really trap you in a real bad situation, because if you're getting used to seeing a lot of people in your chat in the verticals, you're
It's not
gonna
real, right?
you're going to become addicted to that, right? Because you're thinking, okay, I got this amount of people in there, but that's all kind of people coming through there. What you
Right.
want to do, even if you don't use StreamYard, is you always want to go horizontal. Horizontal means that when people come through there and they land in your place, not they're not subscribers that YouTube just threw your shit in a feed for, right? So if Rox is on here and she has 45 people and she's horizontal, that's better than having 500, right?
Vertical.
Vertical. If you think about it, look at this. YouTube can place ads in my horizontal
Mm-hmm.
and they understand what they're here for. The experience for being entertained in a horizontal, in the vertical, is that you're just browsing and flipping and flicking up. So they're treating your live like a short. You're just getting scroll flicked up. And
Yeah, and you
YouTube is
don't get
saying,
paid.
yeah, YouTube is saying, don't flex, little mama. You don't have that type of motion. We just putting people over here and they flipping through this shit and you got them
Yeah,
for a minute.
yeah.
You
I
want to be able
noticed
to,
that when I'm
yeah.
StreamYard and like when I had 5,000 views on that interview with Wood's baby mama, and we was basically doing what we doing now, chopping it up, drinking,
Mhm,
talking, like we did last night, more so.
mhm.
And that video for one day got me $100 because I was on StreamYard and I was horizontal.
You
But when
see what
I'm
I'm
on my
saying?
phone with the vertical, and I can end that live, nigga say 2,000 people said, baby, I might not get $5,
And
$2.
people won't tell you. Thank you for being transparent about that, Rox, because see, this is how people really can learn how to really optimize what to do on YouTube and make money, because at the end of the day, that's what we're here for. I've
Yeah.
experienced that too, and I've said that. I had a video where I had, what, 20 something thousand views. I was horizontal, I was vertical, y'all. And to to look at me, Mo, to Rox's point, y'all only got $6. $6, when I've had videos where I've made a couple hundred of dollars, and it was only what, 10, 15 minutes long, depending on what I talked about. And when we decide how we're going to position this, Rocks, and that is, that is giving it to the people that we, want to share this type of high level information with. It's a big deal, guys, depending on how you set your stuff up and what you say. You could get RPMs of $20.
Mm,
20. And
yes.
I've done it several times and made a lot of money and not a lot of videos. And you can do
Mhm.
it. We all can do it. It's just a matter of you making sure that you align with the ad dollars that want to be placed in your area. On your video, and you could do that. Oh, let me see. Kim, what did she say? Answer her question. Let's see. If you have
It's on the
over a
screen, yeah.
500,000 followers and not one sponsor, is it worth it? So it's just a matter of what you want to do. Like, when you say worth it, what do you mean? If those followers aren't people that show up, the percentage should be the same. You want to look at it from a percentage point. If you have at least a 3% return on the subscribership that you have, you're in a good place. But if you want to rock out and be a rock star, don't worry about the number of subscribers, worry about the percentage of activity that you have. So like I gave the example earlier, if you have, a 6,000 subscribers, but you're getting, 4 or 5,000 views and 200 comments, you're going to be in a certain percentile. You're going to be in a percentile
Right.
where they go to the next level of evaluating your channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you have a million subscribers, but when I do your numbers, you actually only have 1% conversion, I'm not interested, because your people aren't interested in you. Your
Mm,
numbers tell me that they're not interested in what you're putting down. You've had that amount of people come through your channel and subscribed, but they haven't committed to the messaging and the content that you're delivering.
right,
So we care about, advertisers care about people showing up and engaging. You care about having, after you hit 1,000 subscribers, y'all, that's all that matters.
right.
Focus, double down, drill down, and create great ass content. Don't worry about nothing else. Just be consistent, create great content, and then be consistent on the days you say you're going to do it. And you don't have to do it every day, but if it's going to be once a week, at Monday at 6 o'clock, do it Monday at 6 o'clock.
Now, what would you
Just
say
do it.
to somebody that's they trying to get monetized, they doing their content, and they might need say 500 to 1,000 more hours? What would you say the fastest way to get those watch hours? Would you say doing
Go live.
shorts or
No,
going live?
I would say go live. Once you get 100, go live so people can know who you are. Shorts will serve up a different type of experience. Remember, I told you it's that whole flick thing, it's that whole
Mm-hmm.
quick consumption of content.
Right,
If you're going to do a short channel, do a short channel. If not, utilize your shorts like your ads, right? So you want to do a short, talk about whatever video you're doing, show a little bit of it, and try to get people to move from looking at that to click a link to come watch your video.
yes, yes,
You want to use it like your feed for an ad. But if you want to do shorts, a lot of people are successful doing shorts, but make it a shorts channel. That way, it's very clear what's happening. You will grow a lot of people, but they're looking for you to do shorts. And then when
right,
you start doing long form, they're not going to look at it,
right, right.
because they want to see short entertainment. They love to consume short content.
Isn't that
So
two
you
different
want,
audiences? The long form content as opposed to the shorts, the quickie. Oh, that's cute. Let me subscribe and keep going. Oh, I like this one. I'm subscribe. But and they run into you on accident unless they really like. Let me go and check. Think about you or keep seeing you. Keep seeing you. Then they may go ahead
uh-huh.
and be a part of your community eventually, and then based off them really liking you and in your community, because they know you're doing long form, they're gonna go over there because you said hype the long form video up. Then you might
Yep.
that's gonna take time, but the shorts it's just like a quick fix.
Yep. See what I'm saying? And the funny thing about shorts, let's think about it from a business perspective. If I had let's say I had a restaurant. If I allowed you to come in here and you cook for me every day, and your only buy-in was that I just want to come here because I like being around a whole lot of people, I'm gonna show up and cook for you every day. I'm gonna let you come and cook for me every damn day, every day, every day, every day, every day. But how is that benefiting you? I see you, but I only pay you every other month. That's
Right,
not good. YouTube is using us like that. They're gonna push shorts because they know you are okay with those, the RPM structure, which are cents, because in their mind they're like, hey, we're pushing people to you. These ain't people that these not your people. These are our people. We pushing your content through.
right,
So you don't share in the same amount of revenue that you would if you curated content and you're on YouTube, and now I'm A/B test. I mean, YouTube is A/B testing your thumbnail and people are clicking you. You deserve that RPM because I clicked on your video to watch you. I chose, the consumer chose, but you're not choosing nothing with shorts really. Once you get in that short reel or reels, you're just letting them feed you stuff. You know what I mean? You're flicking up, flicking up, flicking up. And that's what they want people to do because they stay on longer consuming short content. But for the content creator, you don't, unless you have a shorts channel,
mm-hmm.
it's kind of difficult to strategize the way you would on your other channel. So I would suggest you have two, or you have your content channel and you use the actual shorts as your propagator. It goes out. Think of it like your commercials for your channel. And if you think like that and you're moving your channel in that direction, when YouTube rolls out this next phase, and it may look something like a Netflix, look at what they're talking about. You may not have to pay to be on YouTube. You may be part of a program where you're getting paid an extra incentive because you are, bringing the type of content that they want to push their company in. They want to have bingeable content like next Netflix. They want to serve out content. So that's pretty much it, guys. So
All right. We're gonna maybe take this to the next level. Me and Justevonne gonna chop it up and see. Because I see people saying they want to do the Zoom, sign them up. So
yeah, I am open to that. I'm very much open to that, and I would love to follow the journey and see how people go about finding that. And guys, don't you know, if you even did a video, just as a this is a gem for you guys to take and inspire somebody else to do the same thing. Create a hashtag, um, hashtag I'm starting something new, right? With YouTube. Create that, and you guys go out, start a YouTube channel, and that content is you trying to figure out what you want to do on YouTube. What do I want to do? I'm not sure what I want to do. That's a conversation. A lot of people will click on that. How do you start a new YouTube channel? Be vulnerable and tell them, I want to do YouTube because I feel like it would be a great opportunity for me to bring extra income in. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. You can create a whole new niche with people who are thinking the same way you do, with just showing up trying to figure out how to do YouTube. So don't overcomplicate it. Just be genuine, engage, and figure out a way to bring value to someone, even if it's no more than showing up, being vulnerable, and saying you don't know, and letting them see that process. So today I'm going to, do XYZ and da da da. People will follow you because we love the journey of stories. So no matter whatever you're serving up, remember you're always telling a story. And we're always thinking about that. When I talk about Peach McIntyre and I'm saying certain things, Peach understands the ability to tell a story. She always has a story tied to it. And then what she does is she triggers an emotion. If I watch your content and you don't trigger an emotion,
right.
if I don't get you to feel a way, either good or bad, polarizing, opposites, I haven't done my job. I should make you want to move to do something. So she tells these stories. She gets you involved. And if you notice, that's when she starts selling them classes. She brings you into her journey story, her hero story. This is happening, that's happening. You listening to the story, and you like, damn, this girl did all that, making all this. Let me figure out what this is. It's just $3.
Right.
That's the rationale, because she plays on their emotion to want to know something, to do better with the storytelling. So always remember that, and find a way to identify with your subscribers, and never ever isolate yourself or pedestalize yourself with your audience, because that's the quickest way to lose viewership. You always want to be a part of your tribe, not the leader of a tribe.
Right. Right. I love that. Right.
Yes, someone said she's good at rage baiting. That's her strategy, but it works. We can all agree that it works for her. Will we do it? Maybe not. I know.
Okay.
But I'm saying the strategy still works, right? We want to, at the end of the day, we want to move these people to feel something. We want a call to action. What are they going to do? And now, my friend, that is how you get advertising dollars, because I want to know, what was the call to action? What did the people do? Did they do it? And if they're doing it, you can make money, because that's all we care about.
Isolate herself. She doesn't even know it.
Yeah.
I was wondering when that was going to come up.
And I'm open for any questions on the BS if you got some BS, because I'm still a human being. But no, truthfully, y'all, I want y'all, for anyone who was on that live with us last night, I want to say thank y'all so much. Y'all rocked out with the most. When I tell you most humility, you guys show what it looks like for people to show up and be accountable and understand that, you know what I'm saying? We got to take responsibility for our behavior without trying to be the victim and it's your fault, or you're doing this and you hate me. In this YouTube streets, there's no such thing as a friend. Remember that. We have acquaintances and we have associates. And if you're lucky enough to have a real good friend, then count yourself as lucky. But this is a business, and no business person will ever tell you they align their business with trying to make friends. If you're lonely, go find some friends. Go find some friends outside of that. If you build a community where people come in and they're comfortable and they're talking and y'all build that type of camaraderie, treat it like that.
Right.
Treat it like that, right? So we want to be accountable. And I want to thank y'all once again. You guys were very insightful. And, what was the name? Cajun Peach, she had insights and then the Fears had insights and Rocks had, we were not over there trying to do any be malicious. We were talking about something that needed to be talked about like grown women.
Right.
And I thank y'all so much for showing up and having the emotional intelligence to understand the difference between talking about behavior. And let me give y'all this too. My channel is a sociology channel at its core, but I put lifestyle. Lifestyle don't make no money, but lifestyle, there's a lot of brand alignment for lifestyle, but there's more opportunity for the science and tech. Hear me out. Hear what I said? Science and tech, which means I could get more money talking about the same thing versus someone who wants to say they have a gossip and celebrity news channel.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember that, guys.
Isn't
It's
it
all about how we
scientists,
position stuff.
education is not, I know entertainment is low on there.
It's low.
I mean, it's
Finance. Low. So let me tell you this. Let me give you something because this is not taking nothing out of my pocket. And I want to align with people who could trust in what I'm telling them. If you're going to talk about something, right? Be creative in how you make those titles. If you know that on YouTube, they pay the most ads for finance, instead of talking about Peach and how much money she's blown, rephrase that. What Peach could have done with the $100,000 that she's acquired over the 5 years. Do you know who's going to win? You're going to win because we're talking about finance. You can get RPMs exactly. You can get RPMs as high as $100. So now I'm getting $100 RPM because I'm saying that I'm talking about, like in my thing, I have finance, family budgeting, generational conversations, right? All of that is true, right? The advertisers are going to put me in the same banks where I could get ads like Tiffany, just higher paying ads. Now I'm getting paid $100 per thousand versus you getting paid $1.50, and we're talking about the same situation.
Right.
But it's how you put that together.
Yeah. That makes so much sense.
Exactly. So you can talk about it, but how are you going to talk about it? So when you hear that, understand we're talking about it that way because it put more money in my pocket. And I'd be damned if I'm going to talk about it and not maximize my earning opportunity.
Okay. See, I never would have known that. You didn't share that. I never would have known that.
Well, no. Well, when I phrased it to you and say you want to make sure you find a way to remember we talked about finance. Find a way to phrase your content to make it about finance, so you can get those finance. You can get that RPM of finance. You want to do that. You have to do that.
Like I did my video today about pretty much inventory, trying to see what I got in my cabinets and what my budget is to go shop in a day or two. So that could be in finance too, and depending on how I got it. Now I'm going to keep that in mind next time when I do talk about stuff like that. I'm going to have to reword certain things, and because you don't want to be on the bottom pole. So like you said, the $1.50 RPM. But if you use certain words,
exactly right,
you're going to
Yeah, you don't want to tag your. I'm sorry, go on. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Why do people think of they scrub block that stuff will disappear?
Oh, I'm sorry. Say that again. Why do what?
Why do people think of they scrub block that stuff will disappear?
Oh, sub? Is that sub? Are you saying sub?
Type it again, girl. We can.
Yeah. Put it back in there real quick so we could figure out what you're saying. But yeah, you wanna make sure. What you don't want to do is jam it with stuff that's not true. If you're not going to talk about it, don't do that because you can lose your shit. But if you're, say, for instance, we're talking about Peach, and Peach is over there doing the series of money where she's trying to get money, then it's okay to put that in there. Family budgeting,
Mhm.
creative finance, because now we're talking about that creatively, aren't we not? We're
Yep.
talking about what she could have did with that money. Find a way to do that. So when you start your channel,
Right.
remember we're talking about how to create tags, not tags, titles for high SEO. That's a whole nother strategy. How do you go
Well,
about titling your video for high SEO and then making sure that you put those in your description, and then in the first couple seconds bring forward what's going to be happening, and then baby, you got you a winner. You got a winner. You got a winner. Because if we have finance or creative budgeting and all the rest of that, and then you come and you have the thumbnail, if you notice, now I'm gonna tell y'all something, you guys will be able to see. Y'all notice when I do a lot of thumbnails, I did a series, I was you putting a lot of money on the screen with Peach on it, because AI is scanning my thumbnail and it's seeing money. So
mhm.
when I talk about it and I put a dollar emoji in there and I said, you know, Wood could have whatever he wants financially, or Peach gives him all of the money, those are still hitting those targets that is making the algorithm say, okay, yeah, that's in line with this. Okay, look at the, okay, my description, right? And then if I open up and I'm talking immediately about that, then that's a winner winner chicken dinner. So now you're gonna get a higher you're gonna get a higher RPM than a person that's on there talking about, gossip and celebrity news and slanging mud. And because the art, they ad dollars just don't go to that as much. They really want to get qualified buyers to buy their shit. That's the only thing they're trying to do. They could care less
Mhm.
about the rest of that stuff. But if you find creative ways to do it, you can still make good money doing, videos. Focus on at least doing at least one video a week, guys, where you can find a way to do that, and just try it and see for yourself if what I'm telling you is true. I love that. Go and
Mhm.
try it. Do a video, tag it like that. If you do Peach content, do a upload where you do what I just said, and then look at the RPM, and then come back and tell me if what I told you was correct. And just don't get on your channel and say nobody told me. I learned this out by myself.
You know what?
You don't have to say I told you. Just don't say that. Please don't say that. And call people crabs in a bucket. Please don't do that, guys. Yeah,
I
go
want
out
to
and be
find out
great.
this FBI. They talking about some FBI stuff in the chat. I don't know what they talking about. She said
Oh,
content
tell
creators
me.
scrub or block. Why do they this? It will, girl, slow down.
Yeah, take your time. We'll
Then she
take your
put
time
their
and fix it.
channel.
Oh,
You
what
want
is
to
it
come
with
up
their
and say
channel?
it? Child, because a
Yeah,
lot of
that'll
people
be
don't
good.
say
Can you
that.
do that?
You come up and we ain't got to show yourself. She said, this the comment right here. Where that comment at? About the FBI knocking on y'all door.
Oh, what is it? Where does it say? Do you
Somebody
see it,
type.
Rox? I don't see FBI.
Let me see.
Let's see.
Here it is right here.
Oh, they said,
Um,
okay, here we go. Okay. Wait.
I'm confused.
Oh, okay. I guess it was a sidebar conversation. But to your point, that can very well happen to you. They can knock on your door, depending on what you're saying. If you say a certain number of triggering words, they will be at your door.
I think they talking
So,
about KW
oh,
saying something about
oh,
sending to people how.
oh, but tell her she can definitely send them to my door. My brother-in-law works for the FBI. So just tell them to make sure when they call, when she send them,
All
that
the
she
bad stuff, content
let
say
them know.
start
Don't
on this.
nobody care about that. Y'all
Oh,
don't get wrapped up in a whole lot of that wild stuff, y'all. It's a distraction. And
yeah,
if you notice or you watch, that person will keep bringing throwing mud, and we're not doing it. We're over here trying to be productive, and we talked about what we talked about yesterday, and I hope she find value in that and understand that we weren't trying to make her feel bad, but we were holding her accountable and talking about some salacious stuff that was put out. That was it. But we over that.
right.
That's it. It was a lapse in judgment. But if you want to make it seem like we're in competition, we are not. Let's be clear. I'm not in competition with nobody. I want to have alliances with people that I can bring back value to, that they can see where they can win. That's it. That's all.
Mhm.
That's it. And I don't want to be treated, mistreated, or abused, on your channel.
Right.
That's not what I'm with. But I'm not with all the other stuff, y'all. I'm
I know
very,
what she's
very.
saying now. She's saying all the bad stuff content creators start. Why do they scrub their channel? Someone is accused of saying she took her videos down, Peach.
I can believe that. That makes sense. I mean,
And I don't even know that because she said in one of her videos that she took all of the ones that she was, because she like, well, you doing the same thing that you accused her and you mad up, so she wouldn't have took them down.
okay, I got you. Yeah, well, okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. When you get out and you do stuff like strike people and you're guilty of stuff, you may be mindful of that somebody may want to strike you. So I don't know. That's a slippery slope for me. And we need to also remember, y'all, we need to get into like, managing our brand and being clear about what we're trying to do, because sometimes people are charlatans, and charlatans, y'all look that up. Those are people that come out and they say one thing and make you believe something, but truly, if you watch the way people move, don't worry about what they say. Watch what they do. Right? If I say I'm over something, then I'm over it. But if you say you over something and every chance you get, you're being shady and you're doing things to be disruptive, why are you doing that? We're not being disruptive to you. We're not trying to say anything negative or send negative people to you.
I
Pay
just
attention to what's really happening.
someone who pretends they to have knowledge or skills they don't actually have. Like a chameleon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's what it kind of reminds me of. Often
right.
used for people who mislead or scam others.
Right. They get up and they do things to make you feel a certain way or believe something that's not true. Or we over here saying negative things about her. Did we say negative things yesterday? No. We were trying to give insight and understanding as to what we all witnessed last week. That was it. We kept it above brow. Everybody was respectful. And I want to say thank y'all once again, because y'all just don't know what that did for me last night, to see women understand that we do have to be more mindful of our behavior and our emotions in front of our children, because we're teaching them how to be husbands and wives and the rest of that. We do have to take accountability, because when we look at Peach or Tracy, this is the end result of that. You have a dysfunctional grown up who still effed up. You know what I mean? But that was because of what her mother did, right? So we want to be mindful and make sure that we're not peppering our children with a whole lot of, trauma and the rest of that stuff. We want to be intentional about the type of children we want to raise. And
Right.
some people can handle that for real and some can't. So thank y'all so much. I talk too much, but I really do appreciate y'all. And I want y'all to know that I appreciate you guys for showing up to at least be vulnerable enough to be uncomfortable with our emotions, to say, you know what? Yeah, I understand where she came from. I see how that could happen. But yeah, that was wrong. And then keeping it moving. That's it.
Right.
And I wish her the best of luck and everybody else
Yep,
on this
we
thing.
sure do. Yep. Last
Yeah.
question. So the thumbnail description will determine the ads.
So the thumbnail description was okay. Let's get into it. So the thumbnail, the description, the way your channel is categorized, right? All of those things are contributing factors and what you say and do in that video. It's a combination, it's a formula. If you're very good at knocking those things and keeping them all in the same alignment,
Mm-hmm.
right? And people are watching it, you're going to get the best ads. If you find a way to be creative to, bring finances in there in those higher niches, that you find a way to weave it in there, you're going to get the most money, the most. So if you're able to do that, don't make Peach McIntyre the content. Make her behavior and the things centered around her the content, so that you can make the most money off of Peach McIntyre. But from a person just looking, they think they consuming Peach McIntyre content. But from
Yeah.
your perspective
Right.
as a business owner, you've packaged that baby up to make the most money out of the same content.
That make a lot of sense. I mean, being that, because you Peach McIntyre could be anybody. It could, the name don't matter, but it matters because this person is known and viral. So you're using that,
Exactly.
but you're really talking about the situation. And no, by the way, Peach McIntyre, since that name is going to be in the algorithm, which is going to push that out on that level. but your topic,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? It's like it kind of
Right.
go together, but I get in that. It's like an aha moment. Like, wow, that
Right.
makes so much sense.
So let me give you this. What if you were to say, and you have this type of edit? Peach has X amount of money. Calculate how much money she made, and then say, boom. What would you do with what if I told you somebody had $100,000? You know how the algorithm is going to use that sound bite as soon as you open up with that? It's like, oh hell yeah, this is it. These are people around here with $100,000. The algorithm doesn't know. It's just looking for a certain sequence of information.
Right. I'll put the link
Now,
down. Well, I can't
now
go.
you're making money because you're phrasing your content, setting it up. Now you're talking about finances. Are you not talking about finances? Yes, we're
Right.
talking about finances. Creative financing, right? Now in the algorithm, creative financing is looking like something else, but to your core people that is going to, right? They
Mhm.
understand you're talking about being creative with finances that Peach have. So now when it goes to the algorithm and it's, it's figuring out how much your RPM should be, it's only seeing finance, creative financing. They talking about $100,000 is money on the damn thumbnail. They talking about finances. Let it go.
Right.
Boom. There, and then you're there. So, but you just think about it, be mindful of how you go about doing what you've already done to create more money for yourself.
She
Okay,
changed it back. It was members. A lot of them was members, but then she took it back. So yeah, she
okay,
didn't do
yeah,
every
but
last one, but she did a lot of them. And then this morning, it was back to normal.
yeah, but that'll hurt your channel and traction. Let's talk about this real quick, y'all. Before you do that, before you take it to members, remember, you only have a set, even if you had 800 members or 1,000 members, the most you're going to be able to get is that on members. So only serve up content that you are really crafting for members to be in members. But the idea is to make money, not hide your content from revenue. You don't want to
Right.
hide your content from revenue. Make special things for your members or offer something different. But don't take a video that could have made you 4,000 views to put it in your members where you're only going to get whatever the max number of members you have if you get that. So that's a bad strategy if you ask me.
Yeah,
I
I
wouldn't
think
do
she must
that.
have thought about it, or she figured, well, if I do that, then they won't come over and see what I got to say. If I got to say something shade, whatever, I ain't go.
It,
I didn't go over
Well,
there
I'm
and
gonna
get
tell
them.
y'all this, y'all. If you're gonna go that route, lean into it. That's one thing I respect about Peach and Bling, and I love them for that. I hate the way I really do love Bling. Yeah, she has a special heart. I mean, for real, she always real. She's raw and rough as hell. You never would have think, but if I tell you about her, she is awesome. But nevertheless, Peach, they know how to come out here, and no matter what, they stick to the narrative and they allow themselves to get the money for it. If I come out here and do something, once you put it out there, we've already made a decision about what it is. You might as well let it roll,
Right.
right? And that all comes with having emotional intelligence, though. You have to understand that these people don't know me. They can't do nothing to me, child. Whatever. I did it. It's out there. I'll do better the next
Right.
time. But at least get the money for it. Now, if it's something that you can lose your channel for, get rid of that shit altogether. Just delete it.
Mhm.
But remember that don't make YouTube think that you don't have a lot of traction, because if you put videos up there in the last 10 videos you couldn't even make 1,000 views, you're really tanking your RPM and your reach that YouTube is going to push you out. It's going to be harder and harder for YouTube to push you out if your last 10 videos they're not ranking. So be mindful of that part.
Mm. So one more thing for me: would somebody with a new channel, would you advise? Like I got a backup channel, and I started trying to post more long form than shorts because I'm trying to make it like back in the old days when YouTube
Uh-huh.
first started paying people. It was no shorts. All they could
Right.
do is, saying that's why everybody, when they blew up, especially around COVID time, wasn't no shorts yet. So everybody was getting that minute over video for the most part, whatever
Right.
they was doing. and then the shorts just made it better because they already had their audience. But now you fresh, you star, nobody know you. So do you think it's wise for them to focus more on the long form with some shorts, of course, because they want to get the people in and see the little cute stuff they doing, like they long form content, like Crystal Coachman, she cooks a lot, she bakes a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I told
Mm-hmm.
her to make a snippet and make that a short, but do all your stuff like a long form and going live, talking about it, actually cooking and showing how you did it, but make the short from what you already doing from the long form. That way you'll get
Right.
that audience as
Yeah.
opposed to the short. You know what I'm saying? Do it make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so what you're saying is the same thing. So we both agree we're in alignment. If she's using it like basically a commercial. So you see her short, you're
Mhm.
interested, you want to know what it is, you're going to click on it. I would say reverse it. You want to show the most exciting thing about your video in that short because you want people to go from that short to clicking and watching your stuff. That's
Right.
like a cold call in sales. You know, when you want to convert a cold call versus a person that has a reference, it's easy for me to convert a person that was referred to me by a friend because you already know what I'm doing and you come in there, you ready to buy. But if I just call you out of the blue, that's going to be harder for me because now I have to convince you I'm trustworthy. I have to do all of these things, too many things to overcome. So start backwards if you're going to do that. Show the most appealing part of that video in that short, the most piece, the piece that you think is going to make somebody click and come watch your long form.
Right.
Yeah.
Bling is from Memphis. I don't think I ever really watched her, but I heard
Yeah,
that name
she
before.
is, Reba. You know what? She is, she's there now. Yeah, it's her story is good. And like I said, I started talking about her and she has a husband named Wood, and it kind of went wild. And I was doing videos and I started going down that thing and giving commentary about it. And it just hurt me. Like, I was like, you know what? I'm going to when Wood came back and was trying to do better, I got rid of all them videos, y'all. And the reason why I got rid of those videos is because I really do care about her. I really do want the best for her. And she is an awesome example of it does not matter where you're from. If you change your mindset, you can do whatever you want to. And that girl is highly creative and she has such a beautiful spirit. Yeah, very much so.
I
Very
think I
much
know
so.
you're talking about now.
Uh-huh.
When you said the guy Wood.
Yeah,
And
she raw. She's super raw. She's not trying to put on any airs. She's totally herself. And when I tell you she's taken her tribe from doing RV life or doing nails to saying she wanted to be an RVer, she let them see her go sell all the shit in her house. She cried in the restroom about what she wanted for her kids and how she wanted to inspire them to be something different. 3 years later, this woman did everything she said she was going to do. She went through hard times. So her husband cheated on her and all the rest of this stuff. She has a awesome story. She's highly talented. And right now she's going through a difficult time. But when I tell you to watch her say she want to do something with not having any education, she had her kids, a set of twins at 14, and she decided that she wanted to do something different with 5 kids in Memphis. Reba, no, I'm telling the truth. In Memphis, she set out with faith in a RV that she went sold all of the shit in her house, and she bought a $3,000 RV and a big Suburban, and she rode out in faith and said that she was going to go, and no matter what, she knew wherever she was going was better than where she was. Fast forward now, this woman, Reba, were you there when she went and made her first $100,000 and cried with the audience? When she used to go to the sale to the she used right she would go to her thrift stores, guys, and buy shit to put bling on and sell it. And she found an opportunity where she went and invested herself in something. And y'all, this woman made $100,000, and I cried real. I'm getting emotional now. I cried real tears for her. I was committed to the storyline, and when I tell you she showed everything, she showed everything. But she deserved. Right now, she's living in Houston. She's changed the lives of her children, and all of that. And I just wish her the best because she's a great example of what being consistent consistent and honest with who you are on the internet will do for you.
I
And no
just looked
one,
up her page.
yeah, Yeah,
She ain't
she's
did a
going.
live in 10 days and she ain't did a long form video in 5 months. That's why I want to get to where I can just
That
be.
that can't be Lady Bling because she was on last night. Is it
It
Lady
said that
Bling?
Lady Bling on YouTube. It
What?
says 5 months ago. I'm on the live. Let me see. Let me
Let me
make sure.
see. Yeah, I saw her yesterday. She was on
She said we outside.
5 months ago.
No.
Oh, look at her
Oh,
live.
10
See,
days ago. 10 days ago for the live.
okay. Okay, she must have deleted the one yesterday, and that's understandable because she was talking to the subscribers about her mom passing away. It was very, I don't know if you saw it,
Oh
Reba,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah,
it was
yeah.
very
That makes
triggering.
sense. Yeah, that makes
Yeah, I
sense.
cried. Yeah, I had to call my family. I was like, look, I know you don't know me, but my family's there, and anybody, anything you need, call this person, they'll help you with it. That person, her story,
Mhm.
how she went about, that's a good person. She's a good, genuine person. And with her flaws and all. It's not about being perfect, but it's
Right,
about wanting to inspire to be better. And I love
right.
her the way she embraces. And Reba, you know she'll get hood, and she will show you. She's like, yeah, I want to have a food truck. She went to the, thrift store, pieced together a food truck. Girl, we was watching her do all kind of wild shit. But as of now, she has a food truck that she paid
So maybe
cash
she got
for.
two pages then, because this will say 98,000 subscribers.
Let me see, Lady Bling. Let me look for you.
She got on one of those them hair wigs. You know how you put the hairband on with the hair come to it like a Lucille ball. She got that
Yeah,
on.
that's her. You know what? She probably deleted that video, and that's understandable, y'all. That's understandable. It's probably really raw, and she was crying and kind of upset. So she probably privated some of her stuff, and maybe she should have. She's too vulnerable to have that out there. So I understand that. But
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah, she got more
she
than
has
one
a good
page.
story, y'all.
Mhm.
A really
A
good
lot of
story.
people
And
do.
would you say yes? That's what I'm saying. Once you lean into it, and Reba will tell her, Reba, tell her how her tribe. She has a great tribe. This girl is very talented. She could do a lot of things. But when she come on there, people really support her, and I really do appreciate it. So you don't have to be perfect, y'all. You don't have to try to curate the perfect content. You just need to show up and be genuine and have somebody, be able to have somebody identify with you. And she's an awesome storyteller too, guys. She's an
Mm.
awesome storyteller. And that's it on that.
Now, Yvonne, what happened with Styling with Storm? Do you know anything?
No, I don't. I don't. I wish her well. I hope everything's okay. But no, I haven't. I don't know anything about her. I miss her being on the YouTube street. She was funny. Is
Yeah,
that it?
Cajun Peach said she talked to her on IG. She inboxed her and she said she'll be back. She just going through whatever. She'll be back.
Oh, that's what's up. Okay, good. Yeah, we all have those times. You know what I mean? Sometimes you do need to step away for a moment and come back and do well. Reba says she a jack of all trades. She sure is. And which if she does, let me tell you what I love about her, guys. Sometimes we can have paralysis. We think we got to get everything so perfect before we start, and we'll trick ourselves and not go forward. What I love about Bling is that when she decides she wants to do something, she's okay with failing forward.
Hmm.
Guys, it's okay to fail forward. Don't worry about the
I
rest of
like
this
people
stuff.
like that. The way y'all describing her, nobody is mad at certain content curators and talk the stuff we talk when pointed out, trying to hold them accountable. Can't believe you said this, because they're not perfect and they with a man that cheat on them or didn't say the right thing the right way, that
Right,
time. But when you're nasty and mean spirited and demonic, in my opinion, and just got a
right.
hate for people, that's the problem. It's
Yeah,
everybody got flaws. I ain't
there you
always
go.
perfect. I might cuss
There you
one
go.
time too many for some people, but my heart is good. I'm willing to listen and learn. Even if I say at the end of the day, I listen, I learn, but I'm still do it this way. You know what I'm saying?
And guess what? You can do that. You have that right. And anyone, in my opinion, my philosophy is I should be able to I should be okay with, allowing you to do what you want to do. I just want to understand your perspective. Who
Right.
am I to try to make you do or be like what? Ain't no flavor in our life if everybody was the same, right? We
Jesus
learn
said
from each
Storm
other.
says she's been really
Rocks have
busy
a
with
life.
work.
Say it
Mhm.
again.
She
She's been
said
really
Storm
busy with
said
work.
So
That's
because we
what's
was
up.
concerned, we didn't know if something happened. You can't just take for granted that everybody all right. You don't see them, then you next thing you know, boom.
Yeah,
Somebody
I'm happy
somehow
she's
you
all
may
right.
find out if they're a real big content creator,
Yeah.
that something
Yeah.
happens to them. Then other people you just never hear. Like that girl, what's her name, y'all? Tylo's mom. She used to be on TV.
Yeah.
What is she?
Let
I
me
used
tell
to
you
love
something,
her.
Rox. You sound like me and a couple of friends of mine. We all want to know where she is. She was so funny, and she would be door dashing and the rest of that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss those days, Rox. It was
I
really
hope she
funny.
all right because I sure
Yeah,
tried
me
to follow
too.
her Patreon and it wasn't up no more and stuff. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Now if it's not even up, it's like so that made me like kind of get worried because usually when that's not up, that's like, don't you got to pay for Patreon or something?
Uh
Or
huh.
do you just delete it? Because I ain't never had no Patreon.
Well, you connected, and then depending on how many people that you get, if you have paid areas, then you get sharing that revenue. Yeah. Yeah, she was awesome. And she had an interesting perspective. I liked her. Yeah. And
Yeah.
we knew what she was doing. She was out making money, hustling, and doing whatever. I like how she brought us in on that part of her life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that was cool. Yeah, I
Yeah.
liked her a lot. Yep.
Taxes, cooks, create nails, have yard sales,
Oh,
rap,
yeah.
quick houses. I like that. That's my type
She
of
does
girl.
everything.
I like
Rocks, when
her.
I tell you she'll do it, and as soon as she say it, and Reba will tell you, baby, she'll cook a salad. She'll be like, you know what? If you got your food stamps and you got enough to go buy some salads, she would go buy salad, meat, the rest of this, chop that stuff up, and sell those salad dinners. And I would be
Mhm,
shocked that people would be reserving salad dinners for $20. She would find a way to make some money. And now that
mhm.
girl has a beautiful
She
food
is
truck, a
blessed.
beautiful home. I mean, her story is just remarkable to me. I'm so happy for her. I hate that she's going through this difficult time, and my heart goes out to her because her family unit was very, very tight, and I love the way they rallied around each other. They were family in the sense that when you saw them, you knew they moved as a unit, and I love that. I'm very, very much so attracted and drawn to stories like that and people,
Yes,
content creators like that.
I missed it. But why are we not getting notifications? Why are we not getting notifications?
Well, Rox, you could tell them, right? You
Uh,
know,
why are we not getting notifications from other content creators or from
yeah.
her? Or
Well,
from either in
just in
general?
general, you only get three. You only get
Oh
three
yeah, they
guys
only
per
send out so
24
many.
hours. Yeah,
Yeah,
you only
they only
get three per 24 hours. So you have to have a strategy. If you only get three per 24 hours and you don't know where you are in that 24-hour cycle, do a full cycle of waiting and then write that in your production notebook,
I
right?
forgot about that. I
Write that in
forgot
your
that you.
production note.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that way my reset on my notifications will be on this time at this time. And then what I would do if it were me, I wouldn't use my notification. I wouldn't blow it with post, because I was told that a lot of people get notifications for posts. I wouldn't blow my first three at that time putting up posts and that. I want to get the
Oh, I
most.
see what you're saying.
So I would put up a video with my first one. Then if I wanted to do a post, then I would post with that, and then I'll put up, you know, another video. And if I'm gonna be losing something, it's gonna be my post after that until that next cycle back at the same time, at 12 o'clock the next day. That's when it re-ups again. Then I want
Mhm.
to use my videos, put them out then. So you don't want to just be throwing shit out all day, because now you don't know when your three recycle. You want to make sure you use those three to the best to for reach for your channel.
Right.
Yeah.
I sure forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very important, because if you don't know when your notifications are and you just keep putting a lot of content out, you really don't really benefit from the notification, because you could be just using it for a post. And I
Hmm.
mean, I would much rather use it for a video than a post.
Yeah, or live or a long form video or something. Not just
Yeah. Just
because you can
wait a
always
full
put the post out once you do your video that you want
videos.
to. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I would, once you get the biggest bang for those videos, then not, rock out up until that 24 hours again. You know what I'm saying? But when that
Hmm.
24 hours hit again, just know, hey, my notifications reset. I want to be strategic with what I place and where I place it. right? That
Yeah,
way you will
absolutely.
always remember where it was. You know what I'm saying? So you wait, you have to know when you did that. You know, you get three, right? So if you put out
Mm-hmm.
3 videos and they all were done by noon, then you already know you
It's
ain't
a
gonna get
wrap.
another notification until noon. So
Uh-huh.
keep up with that.
I
Keep up
gotta
with that.
remember that. Because
Yeah.
you're so right. Because I remember you telling me that before, but it slipped my mind until you just said, I'm like, oh, right. You only
Yeah.
get 3 in 24 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, YouTube is a whole lot. It's like a lot of cogs in a wheel. You want to make sure that each cog is clicking at the right time so you can get the most momentum, right? If you're doing everything right, then it's going to work properly. If you're doing some things right, you can't say that the strategy doesn't work because you're not following all the way through. So
That's what
make
she's
sure
talking about, Kim. She's talking about y'all.
what?
We Y'all is the one not gonna get them from us pushing out more than 3. After we push out our
Yeah.
3, say if you subscribe and make sure you still subscribe and hit the notification bell and all that good stuff, then you
Mhm.
should get it. You can miss
Yeah,
them
some
sometimes because the notification come across my phone and I miss it. I don't even realize I got a bunch of notifications from YouTube that just got away from me because I was doing something else on my phone. So
that's
make
right.
sure that's
That's
not
true
the
too.
case too.
Oh, also, you guys, when you're uploading content, if you have a history at least 30 days, go into your analytics and make sure you understand when the best time for your audience and your demographic is to post. That could be different for everybody, but you want to go in there in your back analytics. It'll show audience and then it'll show you the best time for you to post your content to get the most engagement.
Right. And don't upload other people's videos over here. Like if you download it from TikTok or IG or whatever, and then it's on
Mm-hmm.
your phone. So now you want to share it. In your mind, you just sharing it. But if you monetize, it's gonna come up as reused content. When I see that, I tell y'all to email me because I don't want to put in y'all comment and people be seeing me say, oh, you know what I'm saying? Some people might take that the wrong way, like I'm trying to be
Yep.
funny or something. But if I
Yep.
rock with you and I know you monetize and I see you uploading and it's TikTok logos and it's other people funny videos of cats,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying, and dogs and rats and funny videos, and then
Yeah.
it's coming off as if you saying it's yours because you uploaded it. You didn't share it that you seen on TikTok. Because I share people videos. That's good. You can do that. You can share
Yeah,
a
you could
video.
share it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that'll run us back to what we talked about earlier. If you're going to do that, you could screen share it, capture it, crap that out, and then you have to transform it. You have
Right.
to
Make
transform the
it your
content.
own.
You make it your own. Do, put your layover on it, talk over it, do all of the things. So now we can see that you've transformed this it's not the same content, it's something different now. So always do that because you don't want to do reuse. And I heard you can lose your channel the fastest with the
Reuse
reuse. They'll
content.
take you right off the market. So yeah,
No
be
coming
careful
back.
about that. Yeah,
And
no coming back.
you
Yeah.
gotta say something, y'all. Don't just be sitting there smiling and
Yeah,
you
you
ain't
got to
put your
say
own
something.
background. Even if you do a voice over your voice, because when I do the duets, I bring them from TikTok, no logo on it, and while they talking and saying who's past this, I'm like, who left the gate up? I'm gonna say something. You're gonna see me. So now
And
it's my
guess
own.
Right, Rox, guess what you just did? When that video is uploaded and the detection AI, the software that they use to show if people are using your content, it's not going to pick your shit up because it is different. It's not the
Mhm.
same. And that's what they care about. But if you don't make any modifications and it runs through that ID, it's not it's going to show. It's going to
And you can
show
get
that
away with
it's
it for a year. And then out
yeah.
of nowhere, you'll get that little message saying you are not earning or whatever, however they say it.
Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. So that's a good point too, Rox, that you brought up. You do want to know how to reuse the content. Never put TikTok logos on your YouTube stuff because YouTube is like, how dare you bring that BS over here? I mean, we understand it. They're like, So they want, you could get a video from TikTok, but you're gonna need to crop out the TikTok logo.
But now they don't even have it, the logo no more. They up their game to where I had to use to shoot the video and before I shared it on TikTok
Mm-hmm.
and bring it back over here, it would have had a logo on it. But
Mm-hmm.
if I didn't save it first, you save it and there
Mm-hmm.
ain't gonna be nothing on the video. But now if I save it or not, they don't have no more logos. I don't know if because America took over or what they in changed in their system.
Yeah.
To know how they always changing the rules and
Yeah.
updating their stuff, and that's a good thing. But still, you don't
Mhm.
want to just be like when I dance in front of the guys. That's different. I'm dancing in front of the guys, so I'm not gonna
Yeah.
talk
Yeah. Yeah, that's
actually in the
different.
dance with them. They are my green screen. But when I'm looking at somebody show, like, you see this man, what he did to this woman, and then
Yeah.
she saying him, he saying, and I ain't saying I'm just looking. No, that ain't the same. You got to
It's
say
not
something.
the same. You're right. It's not the same. And a lot of people like using TikTok because if they don't have editing software, that's a whole nother conversation.
Mhm.
They like doing it in, but I'm going to tell you something. If you can find a way to finish your edit and then screenshot it, let me tell you, this is a hack. Screen share it, right? Well, record it and then crop it and then export it. It's going to compress that file better for you because the software and technology that most of us have in our iPhones is
Mhm.
far more superior than the average laptop that people have.
Right. Like
So
well,
if you exactly. So if you do that and bring it over to YouTube, then you're able to, still use it for the editing side. But when you screen record it, bring it over, it makes it easier for you to upload
yeah.
and faster. So that'll work for you too if you want to do that type of content.
And that's how Peaches was able to do all those strikes when she used to do the strikes. I don't think she really do them heavy like that no more. But she was striking people because they would just share her video. They'll screen record it sometime and just share it. They didn't do nothing different. I crop it out and I put myself on there and I'm gonna talk. I didn't know that at first. I had to learn it too. But yeah,
Oh
you live
yeah.
and you learn. And so I started to talk um while she's talking, or I'll talk before, play her little 10-second video, and I'll talk afterwards to analyze it.
Right, right. Oh, Cajun Peach. That's a hard song right there. That's funny. She's talking about the lady we were talking about earlier. She has a song called "She My Hoe" too. It sounds very provocative, but the lyrics are hilarious. And yeah,
She talking
that
about her
was
man's old
funny.
lady.
I'm sorry.
She talking about her man's old lady that he cheated with or something like that, or some
Yeah,
side chick.
she was basically letting this woman know, what place she in. Like we
Mhm.
share everything is 50-50 around here. Everything is
Right, where
ours.
your
Like
part?
right, right. That's mine, and you mine too. So you ain't doing that. Get the hell out of here. That's a good song. I like that song, Cajun
Where
Peach.
can I
See,
find that song at? Where can I find her music and stuff on her page or what?
wh- where can you find that Cajun Peach? Where can you find that her music? I'm not sure where she's supposed. She had a site called Lady Bling Things or something, wasn't it, Reba? Or Lady Bling Things or something. She had a website at one point, but I'm really not sure because I haven't been on the website in a while. But that girl is awesome. And when I tell you she does good country music, she's just y'all mark my word. And I have a track record, y'all. Just so y'all know, I helped Akon secure his record deal.
Oh,
That girl is going to be something special. Y'all mark my word. She's going to be something special in the music on the music side. She has an awesome gift and she has a really uh grasp of people use AI and a whole lot of stuff to craft up music and words, but this girl has a real natural ability to really make music to really, tell stories. She's
that's
awesome.
beautiful. That is beautiful. Everybody, I
Hmm.
hope y'all subscribe to both our channels. If you're not, hit the like button. If you didn't hit it, go over there and subscribe to Just Yvonne, but at Just Yvonne, all one word, Justevonne, right?
Yes, that's right. And y'all, give me a time. Give me a minute. I'm working on some stuff. I probably won't have anything posted or up until maybe Monday. Not even Monday, child. Probably Tuesday or Wednesday,
But for
if I'm
y'all
being
that's
honest.
new, her content gonna be new to you if you knew. Everybody else probably seen that already. We waiting, and we're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
talk. I'll offer here, and we're gonna let y'all know about the Zoom or whatever. How we gonna do it.
Yeah, and when we get into Zoom, I'll be able to show y'all like more, detailed kind of stuff that'll
Mhm.
help you, do what you need to do. You're not that far away from having an awesome monetized site, and just do it on a new channel. You know what I mean? That way you don't feel the pressure of being in an environment where you're being watched Try it on a new channel. See if it works out for you.
All right.
All right, guys. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a. That's it for me, Rocks. I don't have anything else if they're all done.
Yep. I'm gonna get out of here too. It's
All right.
6:47. Yeah, I'm about to get up out of here myself and find me a movie and relax and get ready for tomorrow because we do Sunday morning inspiration at 10 a.m. Central Time. Inspiration that is we come in and inspire each other, whether you quote your favorite quote, scripture, talk from the heart, and just inspire each other for the week coming up. It's only
There we
1
go.
hour, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And sometimes we go a
Okay.
little longer if we get good, but that's the goal.
Okay. I'm gonna make sure I check you out. Rocks, put you on my TV.
Okay. Thank you so much. And I'll be talking to you. Just holler at me when you're ready. You know, I know you be busy and got stuff going on. So I'm waiting on you
Okay.
because I'm ready.
All right. All right. You guys be awesome. Go out there and make what you can make whatever you want.
Oh, she want to know, do you audit pages? That's fierce. That's fierce, Mom. Oh, she gone. I tried to catch her. But I'll ask her. I'll text her and ask her, do you audit pages? Do she audit pages? Thank y'all. Enjoy you. Welcome. Thank y'all so much. I always appreciate y'all on this wonderful Saturday. Who knows? Maybe Fierce Mom, are you going live? Oh, you said Tuesday. Fierce said she's not gonna go live to Tuesday, so I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be a chill night unless Yo-Yo go live, or I know Monique ain't going live. I think she just do long form content. Who else, y'all? Who else be going live? Anybody in here? Any of y'all going live? New content creators? What about Mother 3? You still in here? Anybody in here? If you do content, are you going live? Queen Gigi, let's go. Let me know before I end this. You can just talk, chop it up. It ain't got to be nothing. Trying to get them watch hours, right? Y'all better go live. Because if you think short's going to get you watch hours, it's a wrap. You would be waiting to 5 years from now. Thanks for the live. Thank you for being here. It's all good, y'all. I missed some of it because it was still working. Oh, okay. You said Yo-Yo enjoying her new nephew right now. Oh, okay. I ain't know she had a nephew. I'll go check out her channel. I might miss some videos. Yeah, catch it. See y'all later. See you, honey. Honey Bell. You haven't planned. All right, then. You know, it's just an idea. Maybe we tired because we've been live for 2 hours and 21 minutes, y'all. I don't like doing lives more than an hour and a half to 2 hours. But if it get good, it get good. I would rather end the live and then go back live in like 30 minutes to an hour, so that live don't be too long and mess up your RPM and all that, or your ads or whatever. You know, after so long, it just get redundant. So we're going to go ahead and end it here. And if I just feel the spirit, I'll just take my chance and see if y'all up for talking some ish. I ain't got no wine or nothing. Y'all send me a PayPal, Zelle, or Apple Pay. Hell, just bring it by my house. Y'all don't live that far. Come on over. I'll meet you downstairs. All right, y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Love y'all.